Yo, what it do? It's your boy, the SRT God. I am back on your screen with another legendary podcast, man. What does it do? What does it do? How's it going out there, guys? Thank you for swinging by, parking your asses, and watching the show. I truly appreciate it, guys. Today, I have some legendary people on here today, man. I have Limitless Motoring from Las Vegas, Nevada. If you guys have not heard of them, you definitely need to check them out. I truly appreciate that. We have a couple of people up in the house already. Carmen, what's going on? And a Hellcat. I truly appreciate you. Hellcat Gotti, what's going down, man? I truly appreciate you guys swinging through. Man, today we're going to talk about, again, some more business owners. We are going to show you guys what's up with them down in Las Vegas, Nevada. They are something that's unique to me, and actually unique to a lot of people. They are rentals. They rent out rakes. They also rent out slingshots as well. They are just getting into the game of the slingshots, of renting them out. We are going to talk about all of that, what they got into, why they got into it, how they got into it, how they met, all of the above. Again, guys, this is the SRT God channel. I truly appreciate it. If you guys have not had the chance to hit the subscribe button, I truly appreciate it, man. We are growing fast. We are over 600 subs already. I'm truly blessed to have all you guys rocking and rolling with me. Like I've always said, man, I truly appreciate you. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. With that all being said, I am about to bring on Limitless Motoring and talk about what is going down in their neck of the woods. So let's go. What's going on, Limitless? What is up? What is up?
What up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I truly appreciate you guys swinging through, showing some love and rocking with us at the SRT God podcast, man. What's going down?
Nada. Just, another hot, humid day.
Yeah.
Buggy.
Yeah. What's the weather like? What's the weather like out there, man?
Man, it's like 90 and just damn. It don't matter. I went outside the house at like 5:45 this morning and was sweating.
Yeah. It's hot up here too, man. It's about 90, 95. Fuck, man. We ain't used to up here, man. In Minnesota, we ain't used to all this hot ass shit. You guys are like growing and bled into this stuff, man. We ain't used to it, but it is what it is, man. I'd rather have this than snow, so I'll take it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But hey, man, like I said, I truly appreciate you guys swinging on here today, man. I want to bring you guys on here for a few different reasons. One, because you guys are young entrepreneurs that are starting your own business. You guys are just getting into the game with Limitless Motoring, and I want to really promote you guys and bring you guys on and show some love to you guys. Obviously, I've been down to the shop, and I've even had the chance to ride some of these clown boxes that you guys have, man, and they're fun as hell. You know what I'm saying? They're fucking crazy. I love them. They're crazy, but they are really a fun machine to drive. But you got to be careful, right? So, I want you to just kind of go and recap of what you guys do at Limitless Motoring, and what was the process, and how did you guys become Limitless Motoring, man?
Well, it's myself and my business partner, Mike. Like my name's Raheem, he's Mike. So it's just a duo. We have no employees, so it's just us. Like from sun up to sundown, it's just he and I. So if there's anything that goes on, we have our hands in it, no matter if it's good or bad. Like, so we'll start there. He and I work together. We're bartenders in the service industry in Vegas. So that's where we got on board and met each other, went through the process of opening a restaurant together for a famous chef. And then we just found out we love cars, love the same type of cars. And then it kind of morphed into something else once one of our customers actually came in and put us on the spot and asked us a question about the rental industry. Now, I mean, at that time, we didn't know it would turn into what it is, but it just couple days, couple weeks, just turned into something bigger, And then we actually, being a little bit older in the game, we knew that the time was coming to get out that side of the service industry. So obviously you got to make a plan, So that's what we did. We made a business plan. We talked about it every single day. That every shift that we worked together, we talked about it. And then we had an opportunity to present it to somebody, and then we got blessed, and kind of here we are.
All right. So you touch base on business plan. Now, this is something that I have not spoken on my podcast about. When you said business plan, what do you mean by business plan? There's a lot of people that come through the channel and want to know what's up. How do I start this? How do I start that? Where was your business plan and how did you guys present that? And when you say business plan, what's all entailed in that business plan?
Man, I don't even know where to start. So
that's what I'm saying. Like it's so depth, because when you're looking for this and you go to a bank or whatever, you need financing. I mean, they want everything, right? This isn't just a you sit down and come up with a bright idea. This is something that you truly got to sit down and you got to get numbers to a T, damn near, right?
Yeah. So to backtrack, we're both bartenders. So going to the business side of things, neither one of us had any experience with that per se. So when we're sitting talking about the ideas, that's what you start off with. That's your foundation. But then once you start looking into it even more, and you have the person that spawned our interest in this whole thing, he's actually from a business background. So he would throw the questions out just like as if you were on Shark Tank. What about this? What about how much would your fleet cost? How much would you be expecting? What's your occupancy levels? This is all stuff we had no clue about. So like some of it's just thinking on your feet, and then other things you got to go back and research. You're sitting down with big players at that point in time, people that have more money than you. So if you screw it up, it could be a one and done, and that was your shot. And neither one of us wanted that to happen. So we tried to go in as prepared as we could be. But I mean, it's been such a learning process sitting with people at different levels throughout this whole process before we open our doors. It's been such a learning curve, and neither myself nor Mike actually shied away from it. It was just like, all right, cool. You're giving us some information. Let's take it and build on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
What do you?
Yeah, it's not as crazy as it truly sounds. Like you basically. Can they not see me now?
Yeah, scoot over a little bit, brother. You're like one of them little clowns talking. Nobody can see you. Yeah.
Like basically, at the end of the day, man, you just got to follow whatever path you envision and just build off of that, right? So, like, if you're planning on doing something, that's where the business plan starts, right? You got to have that passion, or else your business plan is going to be shit at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, if you have that passion and that drive to even conjure up a business plan, everything else kind of falls in line. You just have to keep looking for the answers of those questions. Like you said, we got lucky and fortunate that somebody actually asked us the questions in ordinance for us to build that foundation of what a business plan should be, essentially.
Yes.
He got us to think outside the box, like those questions that you would never ask yourself. That's what you need, is somebody to sit there and bounce those ideas off of you and those questions for you to actually answer those questions for yourself. You get what I'm saying?
So so they gave you an interview before you got the interview.
Essentially,
like
you know what I mean? Really, that's what it was, right? I mean,
it was like a cheat sheet for the interview, essentially.
Correct. And then,
well, you still don't know numbers. You still don't know anything. It's still a shot in the dark. You're still pouring your guts out, trying to explain what you want to do, right? But then through trial and error, you figure out where those pieces actually fit together and what you need to improve on to be able to take it to the next investor. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Oh, exactly.
So you can never go in full force thinking that the first investor that you go to is going to pick you up. You got to go in with full knowledge that you're going to be like, man, this could just be the learning curve, and I need to keep pressing on. That's what we did. You know what I mean? Essentially, like, yeah, there was a little bit of a hiccup where we're like, well, fuck, man, that didn't work out. Like, do we just go back to our daily life, or do we keep trying to figure out where we went wrong and where to plug in?
Exactly.
So failure is not an option at the end of the day if you really want it.
We don't fail. You know what I'm saying? We're going to fall. We're going to this. We're going to that. But we're not going to fail, right? I mean, that's
true.
Anybody that's in my circle or that I have on here or my channel. You know, we live and we learn, right? I mean, that's just the way it is. And when you're starting a business, especially like the business that you're starting, and actually, I mean, you guys are not just starting. You guys are up and running and going 100%. But when you start these, it's a scary thing. Like, you hear a lot of people talk about taking leaps of faith, right? And I feel that, and that's why when I sat back and I was like, God, I really want to do Limitless Motor, and I really want to bring these guys on, because you guys have showed me myself that it was like, damn, man, these two guys are grinding. They're working their asses off. And, you can see the advertisements and you can see this and you can see that, but you don't see behind the doors. And there's two guys that are on my screen and on your screen right now today, guys that are busting their ass behind the scenes to be where they are today. And that's what it takes to start your own business. You're not going to make a lot of money to put in your own pocket right away. And that's where a lot of people get it screwed up. They're like, oh man, I'm going to make a lot of money and I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that. Dude, in my theory, that when you start a business, you really technically shouldn't be paying yourself for like the first 2-3 years, right? I mean, let's be honest, when you're going into a business, it's all about the business. You know what I'm saying? It's not about you're going to go buy an Escalade. It's not about you're going to go buy a Hellcat. It's not about this. It's about putting that money back into your business and making it keep rolling.
Well, yeah, I mean, don't get it twisted either. It's not a walk in the park. Like, there's a lot more stress associated to it than just going to a 9-to-5. So if you're about a low stress life, just stick to your 9-to-5 straight up.
Absolutely.
But if you're in for the grind and you're in for the long haul and you want to reap those rewards down the road, then it is a lot of work, man. 100%.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, is a lot of people don't understand that. And that's where I think they come into fail, because they're not preparing themselves for the ups and the downs, With that being said, guys, so you started the business, you guys are up, you're running. What are some of the things today, right now, that you could look back? I mean, you guys have been open for how long you guys been open for exactly?
Yeah, 6 months.
So it's kind of the January time, right?
Yeah.
I remember coming down there. Anyways, when you start today and you look at your business, what is something that you would have changed now, knowing the things that have gone on? Like, damn, we should have done it this way, or we should have done it that way. What is something that you would like to tell people that are watching? Make sure you keep your eyes open for this, or keep your eyes open for that.
Man,
where do you even start, right?
Yeah, but first and foremost, for myself in Vegas specifically, and this is probably going to be any major tourist-driven city, the demographic is going to dictate how everything operates on a day-to-day basis.
Yes.
So, and this isn't to throw shade on anybody specifically. The demographic has molded and morphed our business in so many ways. And it's going to be an evolution, but even in our marketing strategy, that's based solely off the demographic, not off the product that we're providing, because we have had so many shitty people once we were doing lower level marketing campaigns that we've upped it. Now we've kind of filtered those people out, right? If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Without pointing anybody out specifically.
Right. Well, that's the state. Is you open up a business, like, obviously.
Man, it's just, dude, the evolution is fucking crazy, because him and I both, like, we wanted to be like the fucking cool kids in town. Like, hey man, come and enjoy the shit. Like, we want this to be like, come all, be well, like, everybody's invited, like, let's just have a good time. It's because of how people don't respect each other, I guess you'd say, I guess is the easiest way to put it. Or even businesses for that matter. It's like, now we got to tighten up and just treat everybody, not as a transaction, but like, you kind of have to like give a little before we give a little now, if that makes sense. It's like, man, we're still open to fucking giving discounts and hooking people up and giving that 100% customer service that is our foundation at the end of the day. But it's like, we still get a lot of people that just take advantage, or they feel like they're entitled. And it's like, man, now you're ruining it for the next person that comes in the door. Because how do we keep reciprocating this? Right. I mean, I guess that's a huge challenge too. Is you're never judging anybody. That's not what we're getting at. It's just it's hard to, like, where does that monetarily make sense and getting shit on? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we? That's probably got to be one of the biggest things to.
Well, you get friends that come out of the woodwork. You know what I mean? All of a sudden we're friends. What do you mean? What the fuck you mean we're friends? Dude, I haven't talked to you in 10 years, bro. What do you mean we're, I mean, you guys know I own my own clothing line and I do this and I do that. But, I get DMs all the time. Yo, man, throw me some clothes. I'll rep you. I did that shit. I've been there. I've done it. Now I don't need to give you my free shit, bro. Like I got shit selling out faster than I can get.
Hey, the people that will support you, man. At the
Absolutely. And that's just it. Is friends always, friends always expect free shit. And I'm to the point now with the same situation is I don't hand out free shit unless it's some big, YouTuber or some big Instagram or something like that that's gonna, that I know is gonna promote my shit. Cool. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm still waiting on that motherfucking hat, bro. Where's my hat at, dude?
Shit, where's my hat at? I got hats, bro. I got hats. I'll be down there. I'll be down there soon. I got you.
Nah, just play, dude.
You already know. But I mean, that's just it. You nailed the head on the. You nailed it because the problem is people start taking advantage of you. And as myself and as you guys, we're really nice people. You know what I'm saying? You can judge me. You can do whatever you want. But I am a teddy bear, and I hate to say the answer no. And that's
they're your assets and your livelihood at the end of the day.
And you guys are trying to do a business, and people that don't want to pay and want free shit, fuck them. You know what I mean? And that's where I've gotten to is, dude, some of my shirts are $10-$20, dude. Like if you can't afford $20, you ain't gonna rep my shit. You ain't gonna buy my shit. You can't even afford the $20 to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at, and I've learned that too. That's one of the biggest things that I've learned is a lot of people come out of the woodwork, and a lot of people you don't even know are like, hey man, I'll support you, man. Throw me your shit. If you're gonna support me, then go to my fucking website, www.sodamuscle.com. You know what I'm saying? Check that shit out. Hit the motherfucking button. But they just don't. You know what I'm saying? You can make it as easy as you want, and they still won't do it. But so Mike, where did you come from? Like, are you from Vegas in general? Are you born and raised on the West Coast? Where did you come from to land in Vegas, man?
Man. West Coast all day long, man. I'm from Oregon originally. Lived in Salt Lake for a while.
Oregon, you go down to Vegas, your parents must be shamed.
I mean, well, that was just it, man. Like at 18, I got in trouble. Well, I got kicked out of my house for buying my own car, trying to progress, right? Like, my mom was mad at me that I fucking bought a car instead of moving out, right? So I was like, well, how am I going to get to work without a fucking car? Anyways,
I mean that I need your car to go to work.
but that's where it all started. I'm like, well, I better figure out my shit right away. So I landed in Salt Lake City, right after I graduated, had 3 jobs, and just never went backwards, man. Always forward. Like I lived out of my car, out of a storage unit for a little bit at 18, trying to figure out my own way, but never took a handout, man. My family doesn't have money. So I was in Salt Lake for a while, had a couple good jobs, and then I was like, man, I'm 21. Where's the closest biggest city? And it was Vegas. But I have a attachment to out here. I used to come out here as a kid all the time. It just, man, something just grabbed me and drew me back. But I've always been into cars, fucking through and through at the end of the day. But that's kind of where our relationship started, is kind of like we're both into cars, and it just snowballed. But yeah, man, that's how I ended up here, man. Just 21 years old, man, looking for a bigger picture.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that shit, dude. There really isn't, man. That's the thing is like, even your story. And I love hearing stories. We won't get deep into that shit today, but I love hearing stories. I mean, even like you. I mean, where did you come from? What brought you to Vegas, or did you come from Vegas, or were you there the whole time?
Yeah, I've been here since '92. So we moved here. My parents were in the Air Force, so it was completely different than Mike. But the money in this city is what kept me. I got accepted to go to Michigan to college. Like I got scholarship and all that stuff. But I opted to stay here, bartend, like back before the city was oversaturated. And I was at pools and nightclubs forever. So that money just kept flowing. And then finally I was just like, started a family, knew that I had to find an exit. And then it just so happened that Mike and I formed this relationship, and everything just where it is, like the money's good in the service industry, but like you get to a point in this city when you're working at a bar or a nightclub or a restaurant, and it's just like, cool, we've peaked. What's after this?
Right.
I mean, I ultimately I know for a fact how we started this, how we became where we're at. Is our friendship is based on an entrepreneurial relationship, right? Like our conversations were always after work of like, what are we gonna do? Like always snowballing ideas and shit. So it's from day one, it's like, how do we better ourselves and keep pressing forward? Like I have other best friends, but I would never go into business with them, right? Like Raheem and I, our relationship is based off of business at the end of the day. It's like, what do we do to better ourselves in our situation in life? And I think that's another number one key to a successful business relationship. Because I even tell my girl, like, there's no way I could have a fucking business like this with one of my other friends.
Right.
Like, even, yeah, they're my best friends and I love them. Like, there's no way. Like, Raheem and I, the end goal is cash. It's money. Like, bullshit aside from everything else, like his personal stuff, my personal stuff, it's money at the end of the day. You know what I mean? We have bigger goals for each other. It's
hard to find that. You know what I mean? Especially when you're doing a partnership type. It's really hard to be on the same page or to trust. You know, I had daily grind on here last week. And we were talking about that. It's hard to trust other people when you start getting the partnership type. You know, you got to make sure that your shit's locked and loaded and ready to rock because you never know. You know what I'm saying? So when you have trust in that, that's huge, man. So let's get into the whips, man. Let's get crazy on this motherfucker. So you guys have rakes, right?
Rikers.
All right. They're the Can-Am damn thing, 3-wheel motherfuckers. You know, I got a slingshot, so you know what I'm saying. I know the slingshot type that the clutch is getting replaced. Let's just say that because I don't know how to drive a clutch, so we're cool. But anyways, so you guys have 3 different types of those whips, right?
Yes.
Now, when you talk about 3 different size motors, right? There's 3 different size motors on those, correct?
2.
Or do you have the 2?
2.
The 2. When you say custom wrap,
there's modifications with so we have a 600 and then we have 900s, but the 900s can come
base model
or the rally edition. So that's where there's 3 different types.
Right. And you guys have the rally, right, on the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So when you say, you know, like you guys promote custom wraps, you know, that type of stuff. Let's say I come down there, I'm coming down there in 2 weeks. And I say, all right, I want 2 of these rides. I want them wrapped in this. How long is the process for you guys, or what kind of a notice do you guys need to know? Or is it a day notice? What kind of a notice do you need to switch out the wraps? Because you guys are switching out these wraps all the time. Although I will say the skull wrap is legendary. All right, that thing is sick. If I was to buy one of those, it would be that one. You know what I'm saying? But what kind of a notice do you guys need to know, and what kind of a turnaround is it? You know, let's say you guys have a Thursday to Sunday, and you have 4 different people that are coming in. How fast can you change out those wraps?
I'm not going to interject on this. I'm going to let Raheem take over that. But we are the only place in Vegas that wraps these motherfuckers. By the way,
absolutely,
only
legendary, one and the only type. Just so you guys know,
what are the ones, man?
All right, so for something like that, what you're asking, 2 weeks would be ideal, so we can get the design, we can get it printed and cut. For us to actually swap out the wrap itself, Mike and I just did a new Vegas theme wrap today on a bike, and that took the entire day. Maybe 30 minutes prior to us logging on here, we got finished, and we both got here at 9 o'clock in the morning. So it's a process, but 2 weeks is ideal. That would give us enough time to do different. If you have any changes in the wrap, it'd be fine. We can get all that handled. If for some reason there's an issue with the plotter, the cutter, we can finagle that within that time frame.
Yeah, I mean, guys, what I want to mention is when you guys hit their Instagram, Limitless Motoring on Instagram, or even on the website, these guys, like, honestly, when I looked at them, I would have just rolled with what they had because these things were legendary. I mean, these things were badass. They stick out. I mean, I drove down the strip. People were like, what the fuck is that? You know, where the hell did you get that from? You know, and that's the thing is you catch eyes. You know what I'm saying? So these things are really becoming popular up here in Minnesota. But down south now, it's hot down there. I myself, once it gets to like 90, I don't drive my slingshot. That thing is parked. It's just fucking hot. So if you like the weather and you like to be out, these things are awesome. You know what I mean? What is the regulations that you guys have Do you have to have your own insurance? Do you have to wear helmets? Do you have to have a motorcycle license? What are the regulations and stipulations that you guys need to have to rent these?
Basically, there's no motorcycle endorsement required by the state, so everybody can ride these things. There is a motorcycle law or a motorcycle helmet law that they imposed about a year ago, so you do have to wear a helmet. As far as the insurance goes, you take our insurance at $15, so you don't need to have your own insurance. So literally, man, it's 21 and over, driver's license, and then our supplemental insurance, and that's it. We provide everything, man. Everything's sanitized. Everything's good to go, man. You just walk in the door, pay, boom, boom, you're out.
And a $250 deposit.
We started the deposit thing. Thanks everybody. Appreciate you.
we had some people think they could just skate away without paying, and man, that's where that whole good cop, bad cop. Like,
we've had some fun stories, but but basically, like you said, man, anybody that wants to get out and explore, man, this is the way to do it. Like we have no limitations on mileage either, so you can just go. Like, don't even think about the strip. Just get out. Like, you can get out in the desert for miles and just cruise. There's lakes, there's national parks, there's mountains, there's places to go. That's cool, man. That you're not subjected just to the city. So these are like all-encompassing kind of vehicle to just go out and explore.
Well, I know I want to hit up the Hoover in that thing, dude. Hoover Dam for sure when I come back out there.
Yeah.
But mine's not going to be colder and shit and raining or something when I come out there. So it'll be.
Yeah, we'll get you a jacket, bro.
Yeah, fuck, I got jackets. Don't worry about that. but no. So that's cool to know, because a lot of places actually, and I think it's if you have mountains in your state or whatever, they're really pushing the motorcycle license. So that's what they changed up here actually too with the slingshots and that type of stuff. You don't need a motorcycle license, and I think they're really doing that to get them more on the road, and that's what's happening. Other than that, what else would you guys want to say, not only about limitless motoring, but just in general of what you guys offer for pricing? Is it per day? When you come into the shop, do you run through all the things that you need to know? Also, is that slingshot? Is that automatic or is that a clutch?
All right, so we'll go backwards first. So the slingshot, fully automatic, so we can avoid the people that A, don't know how to drive, and B, don't know how to drive stick. So it's a hassle dealing with clutches and the price and us having to do the maintenance on everything, which is whatever. And all I'm going to say is within the next week, either check our website out or our IG and see what the damn wrap looks like, because nobody has it on the street.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you again, man, Limitless, like we're the only ones that customize our shit. Like, we got Bluetooth, we got everything, man. Phone chargers, wraps, like the lighting, especially the slingshot too. Nobody else in town has the LED lighting all over their shit. So we got some treats, but yeah, definitely.
But to walk through, so the second you walk through the door, we do rental agreement with you. We go over like how the insurance, how you're covered, what's covered. If something were to happen, what you're on the hook for. We fit you with the helmet that we have in stock that's fully sanitized, cleaned on a daily basis. And then we give you a water since it is hot. That's part of the customer service side of things, no matter what. And then we walk through the garage after we've built this rapport with you, and we're on a name-to-name basis. So we go through the garage, walk you through everything from top down on the bike, so you actually understand the concept before you get on it. Once you're on the bike, we make sure you know how to start and stop it, put it in gear, and then you have the opportunity to ride around our business and feel safe and comfortable before you actually go out on the street. And then once you do go out on the street, you're provided, if you know nothing about Vegas, we give you our list of hotspots on Google Maps that has about 20 different destinations, whether it be on the Strip, Red Rock, Hoover Dam, Seven Magic Mountains, any spot. So we have that and we provide that for you. And,
cool.
Like back to the customer service side of things, when you come in and you've rented for 3, 5, 24 hours, like that can all be manipulated too. And it's not the second you walk in the door, your time doesn't start then. Your time starts the second you feel comfortable driving off our lot. And then after that, you're good. And if you want to extend, all you have to do is call us. Hey, I want to keep it for an extra hour or however long, and then we'll accommodate that too, as long as the books allow it. So
right. And then what the delivery? I remember that we've talked about this stuff when I was out there last time. You guys deliver to casinos. Do they have to come get it? What is your policy on the delivery, or even to just come get it?
No, we can't deliver it for a few reasons. A, you have to do the insurance, the supplemental insurance here. We can't take that with us. So in order to run your card, we have to do it here.
Okay. And it's just him and I.
Yeah. So we don't have, if one of us leaves and there's a group of people in here, it's hard, right?
Right.
The logistics. Aside from that would be the helmet situation. We don't know what size your head is, so we have to fit them. You remember being in the shop, like we have 2 walls full of helmets. So that's a process in itself. And then exterior of that, trying to find space at a casino for you to test these things around and not hit anybody, whether they're pedestrians walking or the cars in valet. It would be a nightmare. So, well,
that's just it, because like I was there, I drove them to begin with. I was nervous. I mean, I've drove dirt bike. I have a slingshot, but you have to be really comfortable to drive these things on the road, and you are going to be a little nervous at first, but you just got to have faith and believe in yourself that you can do this, guys. It's a pretty cool machine. Is there anything else that you guys are going to bring into inventory down the road, or something that you guys really want to dabble into? Or wrinkle you guys can tell some people around here? What's up? I mean, I know you fuckers got stuff up your sleeve.
So we chose the name Limitless for a reason. This is just an incubator for the bigger picture. We don't want to disclose what we have as far as, coming up on the boards, but it's bigger and better, but with the same kind of feel and vibe and taking care of people and still customized and a crazy experience. But we'll leave that on the burner for a while. But 100%. This is just
is it going to be 4-wheel cars coming into this show program here pretty soon? Or
possibly, man. All I could say is we're not following the trend of the exotic rentals and shit. Like we're not going to be those guys. I mean, that was the premise of the foundation of where we started, but it's not where we're going. It's going to be super unique and based to the name Limitless.
Well, that's just it. You guys want to separate yourself, because like you guys have said it before, that the slingshots out there, they're saturated, right?
Super saturated.
That's why when I told you that I wanted to sell you mine, you guys said no. And then you guys go buy one. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Whoa, man.
Hey, but no,
hey, so what happened with the slingshot? It's like the way I always explain it, it's like having a tequila bar, but you got to have a bottle of vodka. You know what I mean? Like we want to be able to give those options to our guests as well.
Right.
If they're not comfortable, like you said, the bike's a little intense sometimes for some people.
Yep.
So if they're not comfortable, we have an option for you. You can take out the slingshot. That's kind of where that came into view. It's not like that's our bread and butter. We need to make money off of this thing. No, it's just there on the shelf just in case we want to use it or somebody else needs to use it, or you know what I mean? Just it's all encompassing. We're a one-stop shop at the end of the day.
That's what's awesome. I love the name. I love your guys' brand. I love the way you guys are working this. Honestly, I have a really, really good feeling of you guys actually blowing the fuck up once this whole COVID shit breaks open. And obviously you guys have dealt with that, but you guys promoted it was COVID friendly. You're out in the open. Everything was sanitized. When I came into place, everything was clean. I analyzed the shit out of you guys when I was there, and I loved everything about it. Everything was great.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. So when you guys open up and you guys are bringing in these new machines, what kind of promotion are you guys going to be doing? Where can these guys find the newest, the greatest updates? Is it going to be your website? Do you have YouTube? Do you guys have Instagram? Do you guys have websites? Do you guys have other promotions you're doing with other companies that people can find when you guys are bringing in new things, or how they can find you?
IG and TikTok are our primaries. Obviously, firsthand how intense YouTube can be and how much of a struggle it is. So we're gonna start filtering that in as well a little bit more. Our biggest marketing campaign right now comes from Groupon. No joke. And it was something that we overlooked it.
I didn't even know that shit was still around.
we didn't even want to do it to begin with, to be honest. We were like, who does Groupon, man? It's been explosive.
Yeah. But I will say
That's
this.
good to know. That's really good to know.
But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, there's pros and cons to it. Obviously, it's like it's a roller coaster ride because you get the shittiest people, but you can also get the best people. There's no way to know. That phone rings and it's a 50-50, right? Yep. And then once they show up, you're still on that 50-50 and you don't know which way it's going to go. That's why we've modified it so many times. And you just got to find that safe area where you're like, all right, cool. I feel comfortable now letting my product go for X amount of dollars because you've already beat the riffraff essentially.
Right.
But Groupon right now is our main source of people finding us that aren't real hip to social media.
It's the reasoning, right? The reasoning is that the product is so new, man. Like hardly anybody knows what a Riker is. Like if you tell them, oh, we rent out Rikers, they're like, what the fuck is that?
Right.
So Groupon, again, it's a way to get that in front of people's faces. They see the product and they're like, okay, that looks fun. I don't know what it is. We'll go check it out. So to kind of resonate on what he's saying, a lot of people buy blind. They don't know what they're getting into till they get here. So that's where it's kind of that 50-50. But it does help out. It's getting the product in front of people's faces. Even on IG is kind of a struggle because they don't actually know what they're getting, what it is. Like they still don't understand the product. So that's been to go back on what you originally asked, like what are been the struggles and what we would have done differently. That's our biggest struggle is trying to get the product in front of people's faces and getting them to understand what it actually is.
Right. Oh yeah, I agree 100%.
That's the hardest part out of all of this at the end of the day. But
I can say, to add on that, what we have planned for the future, Groupon's not going to facilitate anything in that capacity. So being on our website or social media, that's how you're going to find out about everything coming up.
Well, Ra does most of the social media. So again, to touch back, right? Like if you're looking for any updates or new bikes that are getting wrapped, or we do a lot of customizing too for people that own these bikes. So we do everything, man, from the lighting to the wraps to stereos to whatever you can think of. We do other people's bikes as well. Locals, people from out of state have come. So we do touch on that business. But if you're kind of wondering what's going on with us, like IG is probably the safest bet. And then people can always book online on our website. Like that's the easiest way to book, or call us is essentially the easiest way to get a hold of us. But
blow the shit up out of their phones, even after hours. Just bug them. Just call them and bug them. You know what I mean? Tell them the Thesrtgod sent you, and they will take care of you guys. I'm telling you that. I rode these things. I know these guys personally. Outside of Instagram, all that, and these guys are down to earth, really cool people, and that's why I want to bring you guys on here, was because like, and myself, I want to use my platform. It's not as big as other people's, it's not as small as other people's, but as much as I can get it out there, I want to get your guys' business going for what I can do and anything else that I can help with, because I believe in you guys, man. I truly do. I truly believe that you guys have something going. And I'm just super proud to even just know you guys and be a part of what you guys are going on, you know?
Yeah, it goes both ways, man. Appreciate it.
And that's just it is like when I bring people on my show and into the podcast, I want them to understand that I believe in them, you know, and that's why I bring them on here. I'm not bringing people on here for bullshit. I wouldn't promote, and as if people know me, I wouldn't promote things that I don't believe in or have the same sights on. And these guys are definitely gonna hit the box. I have a really funny feeling with these guys. But I like I said, I've said this 100 times, but I truly appreciate you guys coming on the show today. If you guys have not subscribed or hit their Instagram, make sure you guys go over to their Instagram, hit them up, check them out. If you're going out to Las Vegas at any time this year for sure, or even in the next 3-4 months, This is, their busy season is going to be coming up real soon.
Yeah,
Holidays. So make sure if you guys are going to book with these guys, book them when you guys know. You won't be disappointed at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I wouldn't put my word on it, but you guys are going to have a blast. I truly appreciate you guys coming on here tonight and taking the time to come out and talk and shoot the shit. But with that being said, guys, I truly appreciate everybody joining. So I want you guys to give me one positive quote from each of you. For everybody that's watching, give me a word of wisdom, man.
Man, that's hard, man.
I'm putting you motherfuckers on the spot.
What I live by, and I gotta bite it from so many people, is scared money don't make money. Like that's where I'm at every single day. He knows we're so different, but we're so alike. Mike's in the now, and I'm already looking like down the road, and sometimes it's hard for us to get on the same page, but that's where I'm at. I'm just like, man, we gotta go for a grand slam. Screw base hits.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. I guess one of the little quotes that I kind of live by is it's all about not being the best. It's about being the favorite. You know what I mean? Once you're somebody's favorite, you're in like Flynn. You're in there forever. You know what I mean? I'd rather sit by somebody that I think is my favorite than I think is the best. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like, I'm not by any means trying to be cocky or better than anybody. I'm just trying to be the favorite. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So, and as our company, man, we're not trying to be the best. We're not trying to be the biggest and greatest. We're just trying to be your favorite. Like, just come and hang out and have a good time, man.
That's right.
Ultimately, we'll get to that point. So,
absolutely, you guys are on your way, man. I truly believe that shit for sure. With that being said, guys, I truly appreciate it, man. Thesrtgod guy, man, I truly appreciate it. Hit these guys up on Instagram, man. I'm gonna let you guys go. All right.
Thank you, brother.
Have a good one, brother. All right, guys. So that is Limitless Motoring. I wanted to bring those guys on here just because they are really young entrepreneurs that are starting their own business, doing their own thing. I truly appreciate everybody that swung through here today and that is going to rewatch this on the replay. We got a lot of more people coming onto the podcast. As I said before, I have a lot of different types of people coming on. So I truly appreciate everybody that's rocking with me. We are at over 600 subs. Let's get to that 1,000 subs in the next, couple weeks if we can do it. With that being said, guys, I truly appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me. I'm out.